After Kendrick Perkins called LeBron, quote, the most athletic player in NBA history, Russell chimed in, reminding Perk of his athletic qualifications during his prime. After seeing Russell's response, Perk apologized to his pal LeBron and said, okay, all right, fine. Russell actually may be the most athletic player ever. Shannon, what do you make of all this?
Skip, that Mr. Russell hears all and sees all. So he's like, I ain't letting any more of these I'm not letting these slights pass me by. Skip, I think he has a compelling argument, but I think the better argument is between Wilt and LeBron. Skip, it's just really hard because Russell was 6'10", they said 6'10", 215. LeBron is 6'9", 270.
Yep.
Wilt was 7'1", 275. Mm-hmm. Now, we don't have LeBron as a college athlete, but we know he played football up until his junior year, and he was all-state in football, had over 1,200 yards receiving, and I think double-digit touchdowns. So it shows that he was athletic, he was versatile. Skip, Wilt ran the 100-yard dash in 10.9. He threw the shot 56 feet. He triple jumped 50 feet, and he won the Big 8 high jump 3 straight years. Russell was an All-American high jumper, Skip. He said he was number 2 in the U.S., yep. Number 7 in the world.
He did.
I just think, Skip, it's just so hard with the advent of technology and training and eating to compare an athlete of Russell time, Skip, to the modern athlete. Now, I'm not saying they weren't athletic, but it's just hard because the guys are so much bigger, so much stronger, so much faster, jump so much higher. And so, you look at guys in the two-sport guys back in the day, and you look at the guys like Bo and Dion. We're like, okay, yeah, they were two-sport, but were they like that? That was a whole different ball game, Skip, because of the advent of training and nutrition. But I think Bill Russell is right. I would say LeBron, I would take me, most athletic, would be LeBron, Wilt, then Russell. But Michael's like, well, what about me? Danny Ainge says, what about me?
Danny Ainge?
What, Skip? I mean,
what are you talking about, Danny Ainge? You just try to disqualify Michael Jordan and say it's between Danny Ainge and Michael Jordan for fifth?
Skip, no, I'm saying Danny Ainge's like, well, I did get drafted by the Toronto Blue Jays. But for me, at 6'9", trimmed down, he's like 245, 250, and still handle that thing. Now, Russell said, I could bring the ball up the court. You did that on occasion. LeBron does that 90% of the time. So for me, it's old GOAT, James. I think it should be for you too.
What are you talking about? Okay, first of all, I got to address Mr. Russell. We talked about him yesterday because he wrote an opinion piece for the Boston Globe that was just stunning to me. It left me close to speechless. And I said, in conclusion, I wish we'd hear a little more from Mr. Russell.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, we hear from him on Twitter on something that you could argue is beneath his dignity to have to even argue about this. But he wanted to put not just Kendrick in his place. I think he wanted to put LeBron in his place because Kendrick's been out there for years. LeBron's the greatest athlete in the history of the NBA, and he's the greatest player. He's better than Michael Jeffrey Jordan. So, to me, Bill Russell said, well, look at this. And he posted that picture of him going over the high jump bar. And it looks pretty good for 6'10", right?
Yep.
And I give you 7'1" Wilt going over the high jump bar. That is pretty impressive to get that kind of lift.
With that kind of size.
With what I don't know when he weighed at Kansas, 240 maybe?
He had to at least at the bare minimum. Yeah, they listed him his rookie year at 250.
250 maybe?
250, that's what he said. And he bulked up, say, 275 and eventually got to 300.
Okay, but still the high jump at 250.
Yeah.
Not that easy.
We know what high jumpers look like, Skip. They're thin. They barely weigh if they weigh 200 pounds.
And Wilt also ran the 200.
Yeah.
Like he could sustain it for distance.
Yeah.
And Bill Russell said, hey, I was known as a sprinter also. And then he put a clip up on Twitter of him running the floor. And it was pretty impressive.
Not like GOAT, but it was impressive. Not like GOAT. Yeah.
Okay, now I'm getting to my bottom line. It is laughable for you to say that LeBron James is a better athlete than Jordan was.
Yes.
All I had to do is watch the first episode of The Last Dance. Anybody out there with half of, as Kendrick says, a bird brain. You get to have half a bird brain. And if you watch just the first episode of The Last Dance, it's game over for LeBron.
No, they.
Michael was faster than LeBron.
No.
They said he timed 4.3 in the 40.
No.
Yes, faster.
Can't outrun GOAT.
Okay. GOAT's too big. He carries too much tonnage.
That's why he's most athletic. A man at that size that can move. Skip, you always take a good big man over a good little man. That's how the game goes.
Shannon, Michael Jordan had electric quickness. He had quicker than the eye quickness, where you could just see in the clips on The Last Dance, you'd say, that's just too good. That's like inhuman quickness, where he would just make people look silly. And then he had the kind of quickness that could turn into acrobatic quickness because he could jump out of the gym, as we saw in slam dunk contests. I mean, he was air.
LeBron could have easily won 3 or 4 of those things.
Well, did he try?
No.
Didn't have the guts.
Not beneath us.
Didn't have the guts. Didn't have the guts to go out there by himself and say, what if I get embarrassed? What if I blow this?
We might get in the three-point competition next year and win that in year 18.
Okay, I have a billion cases of Diet Dew on that right now. I will bet you a billion cases of Diet Mountain Dew that LeBron James never wins a three-point contest. I will do it right now.
Hey.
I will take it. I could owe you Diet Dew for as long as we live, or vice versa.
Hey.
Because you know and I know that ain't happening.
It might happen, Skip.
No. So speaking of shooting, Jordan could not only leap, but he could hang and he could change rotation of his body in midair and mid-flight the way I've never seen anybody do it. And then shooting is part of athleticism, even though it's a hand-eye skill. So it's
that was LeBron better than.
What? Michael Jordan was the greatest mid-range jump shooter I have ever seen.
But you had to shoot, but you had to lay the ball up. You had to shoot threes too. So if you factor all that in, my guy is better.
Your guy is a way below average three-point shooter, and he is a horrible free throw shooter.
Well, if my guy is below average and his average is higher than your guy, so what does that tell you about your guy shooting threes? If my guy is below average but has a higher percentage from shooting three than your guy.
My guy made 6 threes in game 1 against Portland of the NBA Finals and gave it this. Like, I don't know what I'm doing.
My guys would my guy, what about that skill? You remember the play. The block heard around the world. The greatest block in NBA history.
What block?
You know, Iggy.
Wait, hold on. You mean the bicycle built for 2?
Iggy still don't know where it came from.
J.R. Smith undercut him, ran underneath him, and made Iggy slow down and stop and then try to lay it off the backboard.
You do realize...
He didn't even try to dunk it.
The ball got stolen. LeBron was on the other side of the court. Iggy just knew he had a layup. He said it, Skip. I still don't know where he came from.
Without J.R. Smith, Iggy just dunks it, and we're not even talking about it. It would have become a footnote in history. He would have dunked it, but J.R. undercut him and made him pause in mid-dribble.
Skip.
Made him pause.
This athleticism I'm talking about. 8 steps. 94 feet in 8 steps.
And then he's so off kilter, he's so out of sync, Iggy is, that he has no choice but to try to lay it awkwardly up off the glass. What do you think's going to happen? That's a dunk play. If without J.R. Smith, he just goes up and dunks it, and the best LeBron could hope for would have been to foul him.
He done blocked so many dunks. Ask Tiago split up by trying to dunk on GOAT.
You're going to take credit for blocking a guy I could out-jump?
Jason Richardson. Remember Jason Richardson tried to dunk on and try to do a 360 on LeBron. LeBron said, are you high?
Michael Jordan was Defensive Player of the Year. LeBron ever
we got robbed. We got robbed by a guy that wasn't even first team all defense. You know it, Skip. You know Marc Gasol stole that trophy.
Really?
He should have took it.
I don't remember LeBron even being in the race for that.
He finished second.
Interesting. Michael finished first team all defense 9 times.
We got 6 of those.
But you've played a lot longer than Michael.
Exactly. And how many first team all NBAs? We got as many first team all NBAs as Michael Jordan played in the NBA.
You ever heard anybody who made 9 first team all NBAs?
Kobe.
And wait a second, and won 10 scoring titles?
Kobe.
10 scoring titles? No, Kobe. No, Kobe.
Kobe won 9 times.
Nope, sorry.
Well, he was a defensive first team all defender. 9 times. And he played with Shaq. Jordan wasn't going to be lead the league in scoring if he played with Shaq.
Shannon, in The Last Dance, we saw Jordan make moves that you would just say, that's it. That's just too much. That's the GOAT. That's the greatest athlete. We've never seen anything like him. Power, strength, explosion.
wait till Five Horsemen Entertainment put that documentary out. Yeah, we
You're
got
the
one
fifth
coming.
horseman?
Yeah.
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 Well, what's Kendrick?
The LeBron
Kendrick must be the sixth.
the LeBron James story, how I became the GOAT. That's
Really?
the title. Yep.
Is that right? Well, that's his opinion, and nobody else should.
Oh, they don't skip. It's good. Skip.
They came out of the woodwork during the Last Dance. Everybody who ever played against Jordan said, "Well, obviously he's the
They
GOAT."
played against Jordan, but they ain't play against GOAT.
Huh.
When we all said and done, we 6 for 6. We're probably about 6 MVPs.
Huh.
That was Skip. I already know what's happening. I already know.
Huh. Even Mike Malone, who now coaches in Denver, was an assistant coach for LeBron in Cleveland, and he just said, "What are we talking about?
Oh.
Jordan's the GOAT."
Mike Malone, Carl Malone, I don't care. Jeff
Really?
Malone.
They all said it.
No,
they all said Jordan's the GOAT. Shannon, I thought we put that to bed.
Look at it, Skip. Look at that. Look at him. Look at Mr. Russell. Look at them shoulders and look at GOAT.
Okay.
Look
I'll
at
give you
that.
Yeah. LeBron's like a benign bully. He doesn't really have any killer will.
He got it.
He doesn't have it in him.
I keep telling you, Skip.
He's a lover, not a fighter.
John Wick.
He looks like a bully, but he doesn't play like a bully.
How many John Wick films they made?
3.
They got 3, right? How many Bond films? They still making them. They got different entertainers. See, that's us. Hey, we gonna continue this thing, Skip Bayless. We still get the bad guy. We get the bad guy at the end. Yo, he shoot up and mess up everything. I got on my Brioni suit. My bow tie. Don't not a hair out of place. That's how look at there. Look at there. Beard, groove. Wait till we go down to Orlando in that bubble.
Really?
We got something for y'all. We've been sitting on this thing. This thing about to erupt.
Huh. Is that the same guy who in the 2011 finals just melted down?
Man, you going back a decade?
Well, is that guy? That never happened to Jordan. Not one time.
Was that guy at 85 and 86 that got swept in the first round?
Yeah. He had nobody on his team.
Oh, they got whoa.
And they called him God disguised as Michael Jordan, the Celtics.
And he got swept. And LeBron James don't know what it feels like to get swept in the first round.
That guy's owner, when he was in Cleveland the first time around, accused him of quitting against the Celtics in a playoff series.
And he went, they begged him back. He begged the quitter back. Why'd he do that?
Quitting, really? That guy's team in 2014, he was the best player on a team that got blown off the floor in the finals by my Spurs.
Got a better
by
team.
a record
They
finals
got beat
margin.
by Skip. The one thing that we do know is that the best team will win a series because it's not one game. It is a series of games.
Really?
So what was Kawhi? Was Kawhi any good? Is he going to the Hall of Fame? What about Tim Duncan? He's just the greatest power forward to ever live. And let's see, it's Tony Parker and Manu going to the Hall of Fame with a Hall of Fame coach.
Well, wait. I thought you told me he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
That was GOAT in his prime. That wasn't baby LeBron.
So why didn't Jordan do that to Larry Bird? And
Once Jordan broke through, he went 6-0 with 6 MVPs.
He broke through when Kevin McHale broke his ankle and Larry Bird broke his back. That's what he broke through.
Huh. In the end, he carried a bunch of pretty average players.
Scotty wasn't average. Scotty top 50. Dennis Rodman top 50.
He wasn't.
Phil Jackson top 2 or 3 coach.
Yeah.
When LeBron James gonna get in one of them?
I think he had one in Ty Lue. He needs him back.
Top 3?
Yeah.
Ty Lue a damn good coach, but top 3?
Yeah, I would say so.
Top 3 all time.
No, he's up in the top. I think he's top 5 all time, Ty Lue.
Skip Bayless, if you don't stop playing with me.
Yeah.
So he gonna move past Steve Kerr.
Yeah, I love Ty Lue. I think he does too. And you're gonna miss him this year. He's on the wrong team. He's on the wrong side, right? He's on Doc's side.
Who?
Ty Lue.
Oh, you gonna miss him? Oh, yeah, we miss him. I mean, he gonna get a job. He gonna get. He don't want that Knicks job because you don't want to work for Dolan. He gonna get that Brooklyn job. Yep.
Ooh, here comes Kevin and Kyrie.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.